Okay, fuck, that's the wrong video. I should probably keep the poltergeist away from my PC. Anyway, welcome to the Pizza Tower How2P series. Today we are gonna be talking about a very helpful thing that will help in P ranking called movement tech. So let's get right into it. Quick disclaimer, you are not required to fully master the movement tech in this game to get the P ranks. You can still do well enough if you know the level layout but don't know how to do things faster. Also, please bind your keys in a way that's nice and comfortable to play. Thank you for listening and let's begin the guide. Alright, let's start with the basics. The dash. Peppino has a dash that he can perform which moves him in rapid acceleration towards the direction he's facing. Basically running. Now this dash has 4 stages of max speed that it can reach. There is Mach 0, which is the speed that you walk at normally without dashing. There is Mach 1, which is a short acceleration to Mach 2. In Mach 1, Peppino gets a trail of red and green copies of himself as he's running. At Mach 1 speed you also get to walk on walls and roll instead of crouching. This will be useful later. Now let's move on to Mach 2 speed. Mach 2 speed is an even quicker acceleration into Mach 3 as you won't even notice it existing until you start to look at your Mach speed more closely. Now Mach 3 is really where Peppino starts to become a killing machine. At this speed he has a yellow kind of shield in front of him which is purely part of the animation. His eyes also turn hypnotic. This level of speed lets you insta-kill most enemies and stun them in place as you're rapidly approaching at their location. This speed also lets you break metal blocks and perform a super jump, which is an important part to your movement. The super jump lets you jump up into the sky for an infinite amount of distance. However, this can be cancelled by pressing dash midair while you're super jumping. Super jump cancelling lets you immediately go into Mach 3 speed after a short animation in the air. Let's move on to Mach 4. You're most likely not gonna reach Mach 4 most of the time when you're dashing, as it takes quite some time to accelerate into. It's basically the same as Mach 3 but with twice as much speed and a new animation. We are moving on to the grab. The grab is really helpful for a sudden wave of movement that you want to perform instantly. This is the main way of attacking enemies in the game. When you use the grab, Peppino lunges forward with Mach 2 speed. Speaking of Mach 2 speed, if you start dashing while the grab is happening, you start your dash at Mach 2 speed instead of Mach 1, which can be quite handy for a head start for your precious P ranks. You can cancel a grab itself by pressing the opposite directional button. If you press the upper directional button while dashing, you can perform an uppercut, which usually takes you double the distance up into the air compared to a normal jump. If you hit an enemy while grabbing, Peppino will grab that enemy, leaving him carried in your hand until you do something with him. If you perform an uppercut, the enemy will just instantly die instead of being grabbed. You can jump, move, but you cannot dash or crouch while you're holding an enemy, as that drops the enemy out of your hand. There are various ways to kill this enemy while he's in your hand, depending on if you're midair or not. If you're on the ground, you can perform a grab again to finish him off in the direction that Peppino is looking. It shoots the enemy in front of Peppino, killing everything that it hits in the process. If you hold the upper directional button, you can punch the enemy into the air, letting you kill other enemies above you. While you're in midair, you can press any directional button in order to finish off the enemy. While you're grabbing, you can quickly press or hold the bottom directional button to perform a slide, which lets you destroy blocks and get a quick surge of speed without having to roll. If you get midair while sliding, your slide will be transformed into a roll. You can also cancel a slide into a Mach 3 dash after a bit of time, which can be really useful. The slide cannot be cancelled in any way other than bumping into an object. This part of the video will consist of special movement tricks that we didn't want to put in separate video chapters, so we are covering it all in one, and we have a special guest for demonstration. Hi Tentanish, tell us about some movement tricks.
Hello fellas, Tentanish here. I gonna tell you some tricks about the Pepino's movement right now, so prepare yourself for some insane exploration and stuff. In any speed, Pepino will crash into the wall depending on if he's there or not. On the ground, Pepino will immediately crash into a wall when he runs into it with the dash. However, in midair, Pepino will start climbing rapidly depending on which match speed you're currently on. If you wall jump at any climbing speed, the speed of your climb will be reset to match one speed. We are also gonna include Pepino's slam move in this category because it doesn't really deserve its own video chapter. The slam is performed when pressing the bottom directional button while midair. If you are high enough, this can break metal blocks. The slam can be used to kill enemies instantly and convert your distance into speed using slopes. This is especially useful in war.
And that's it. You watched the movement guide completely. Thanks for making it through. I would appreciate if you click the subscribe button, as this video's editing has taken me some time. I'm planning to make this into a full-on series, so your support is appreciated in order to continue my work. Thank you for watching, and it's pizza time. Fuck.